Mr. Beast has called out Kotaku, guys. This was making its rounds earlier today. He tweeted out a news site lied and said, I said, life is so much easier when you're broke, which I didn't say. Now I'm waking up to millions of people believing the lie and hating me. Being famous is so much fun, right? And he screenshotted this from a guy saying, Corey, F you, N-word. And this was the original screenshot that Kotaku tweeted out. It says, Mr. Beast, life is so much easier when you're broke. And it gives a link to this article, which I wanted to talk about. They've since posted an update on it, trying to clarify what they were saying. But last time I checked, they still kept the old title the same. They still kept the clickbait that makes them look bad out here. Now, this tweet was, I think, eventually removed, but they kept it up there for a while, even though they knew it was a flat-out lie. They showed time and time again why they have no ethics. You have former Kotaku senior editors that want to try to say that reactionaries aren't actual journalists that have integrity, that we don't do our work, that we just put sensationalized content out there, when Kotaku is guilty of it. I mean, this is proof in the pudding right here. Now, whether you like Mr. Beast or not, that's besides the point. I know he has his own issues or whatever, but it's good to see him calling out Kotaku. I never thought we would see Mr. Beast calling out Kotaku. That's actually interesting, and it's just one of many nails in the coffins that Kotaku has had as a company. You can see he even said, here's what I actually said. Such a shame that only a small percent of the people that saw the slanderous article will see this. Sigh. So here's what he actually said in the interview, which this was an article covering the interview that he had. So let's check this out.
Really killing me, to be honest. It was like so much easier when you're, bro, if you don't travel constantly, life is so easy when you just wake up in your own bed and like waking up in your own bed and working 15 hours in, your office, whatever. So easy compared to...
So if you heard that, he doesn't even say broke. He says bro. And the context is he's talking about how messed up he is from traveling for 2 weeks straight and that he prefers working in the office himself. So yeah, nothing to do with broke. But this entire article misquotes him, then uses it as clickbait in the title when he didn't even say anything about being broke. Just excellent journalism from Kotaku here. Excellent journalism. The article's been up for over a week and still hasn't been corrected. Hundreds of thousands of people are shitting on him for something he didn't even say. Who would have thought Slop Live does more research than an actual news site?
Really?
And they don't. By the way, don't ever give Kotaku a benefit of a doubt, but good that this individual clipped that and then Mr. Beast shared it, showing proof that Kotaku's just flat out lying. When they get an advantage, when they can sensationalize something, they'll do it. Even though all day they'll say that us rage bait grifters and reactionaries lie and don't properly vet our sources, or that we're just flat out doing clickbait. This is why Kotaku's going down. And I don't expect him to be around much longer. But, people are 110% behind him. Sure, he has his detractors here or there. But you can see people are saying, I want to remind you of the countless children you're saving from child labor. The farmers that can now farm ethically, and that for every one of those haters, there's several who love and admire you. You're doing good things and inspiring millions. So, good. Everybody already knows Kotaku's crap. So, and if you type in Kotaku Mr. Beast, you can see there's a lot of reactions to it. Potato Jolson says, I don't like Mr. Beast, but this is a lesson about how Kotaku will lie about anything for clicks. Kotaku's a trash publication run by trash people. I mean, that's nail on the head. Nina Infinity says, I'm not a fan of Mr. Beast or Kotaku. Would be a shame if he decided to sue them over this. And they put the infamous, let them fight. And then you see Pirate Nation said Kotaku shamelessly lied about what Mr. Beast said in a podcast for clout/views. I even think it got community noted, actually. I think it got community noted at one point. Now, apparently Jack Appleby is explaining what happened, saying that this was a PR team screw-up and that they sent a transcript of the interview to Kotaku. Maybe they have a small benefit of the doubt, but the article was out for over a week before Kotaku changed it, saying Mr. Beast was on the Diary of a CEO podcast. The podcast PR team pitched me plus other writers to cover it. See below. When Kotaku wrote about it, they used a pretty harsh quote. I'd have done the same, except it's not a real quote. The podcast publicity team somehow confused Mr. Beast saying bro as broke. In a moment where he's just saying life is harder when you travel, the misquote made him sound like a jerk, when it's not the case at all. And it's all naturally gone viral with all the misinformation side of it. All because of a publicity team trying to get coverage screwed up. So now MrBeast is taking heat and Kotaku's taking heat when neither of them deserve it. I disagree. Kotaku deserves all the heat in the world, even outside of this
Let me be honest.
situation.
It's like
But yeah.
so much easier when you're, bro, if you don't travel
So he says it's so much easier when you're bro if you don't travel. But I guess for a reason they translated it to broke. You can see right here the transcript even says bro, like he has a train of thought to say bro randomly in mid sentence. So here's a email, I guess, a screenshot of an email. You can see it says new today, MrBeast breaks silence and health battles, blah 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 blah. And you can see it was just a link, I guess. Hi Jack, hope you're well. Reaching out to offer you insights from today's episode. So their PR team sent journalists this to cover it. So you can see they even put right here in some of the bullet points, mental health and work-life balance, they even put when you're broke. So they translated it wrong. But either way, at the end of the day, the moral of the story still stands. And that's screw Kotaku. Kotaku, this isn't the first mistake they've ever made that's similar like this. So they did put an update at the end of the article. And you can see correction. A prior version of this article incorrectly quoted MrBeast as saying easier when you're broke when speaking about the challenges of his current lifestyle. The misquote came from a transcript provided by PR for Diary of CEO podcast ahead of the episode's airing. MrBeast has since clarified his statement in a post on Twitter, and we've updated the quote in the article's headline accordingly. So it took him a week. This was the previous title, MrBeast, Life is So Much Easier When You're Broke, and it took him a whole week to update and correct this. The damage is done. Like, whatever people hate MrBeast, they've already made their articles, they've already reacted to it, they've already done that. Sure, they went, out of their way and updated it and retracted stuff, but a week later, I don't know how I feel about that. And yeah, I'm glad MrBeast called it out. I think it's based as fuck that he called out Kotaku, considering all the things that we've been covering about them the last year or so. They literally just have no integrity as a whole. So, I mean, even if they properly got it, they would still probably find something to take out of context. That's just my opinion, though. We've seen the people that work there. We've seen the people that are associated with that company. And, again, whether you like MrBeast or not, whether you're a fan or not, this was probably obviously something to be used for clout. Sure, there was a mistranslation there, but at the end of the day, the headline, I'm sure they were informed, rather quickly that there was a misquote. They took a week to fix it. So, Kotaku, I don't know, man. I still don't trust them as far as I could throw them. Either way, let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're brand new, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.